Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We've got Bunny next door. I hope you are all safe and well and keeping warm inside. It is not lovely weather today. Now, we are very excited to show you our new die set, which is our slot and stand card set. Card shape, which is our brand new Crafters Select. It's item number 251122. Already 15% of the stock of this has gone. It is on a show price for you. Midnight tonight, Bunny? Midnight tonight, that price will go back up. So it's on that show price of $37.99 for you, which is such a good price. I'm going to spin it round just to show you because this is full. You've got so many dies on there, very, very intricate paneling on there, and you can use these in different ways as well. And it comes together so easy, but it looks so incredible. I'm gonna go through the samples so you can see exactly what this makes. You can see how that stands up. This is what that looks like from the front, but it will fold flat, which is amazing. You've gone from that to that standing up like that. How incredible does that look? Really, really pretty. Lots of different occasions you can use these for as well. I'm so happy that, oh, there's no name on it. No, I was looking like on the inside bit, but there's no name. Because I was going to say, whoever did this, I'm so happy you did, because I've made a Christmas one with this as well. Because it can be, I think the paneling has got almost like a floral design. Like if I just put that there for a sec, you can see it's like a floral pattern. Now, you probably know by now, I've said multiple times, I am not the best when it comes to flowers. So when I see flowers, you know, it'll just make me think of probably the most basic flowers, or it just looks like a nice floral pattern. And these, when you cut them out and you see the detail in them, they did give me almost like poinsettia vibes. So when you see them like that in Christmas colours, that doesn't look out of place at all. And I think it works for Christmas as well. And obviously then, once you've got Christmas details in there as well, it really does bring it together. So this is definitely something that you'll use all year round. We'll just grab another one there. Oh, Pam has messaged in saying she thinks this is Janine's. So there we go. So well done, Janine. Beautiful on that one. I didn't look. Was this one? Oh, this is Janine again. Oh, are they all then? Because there's quite a lot here. No, I've got one here by Sue. And actually, look at this one. Because this. So this is. Now, you would have noticed on. If I put this one here. This one. That is the back layer. Whereas on this one, you can see the back layer goes up like that. So you've got those back panels. So you do have different ways of popping them together. But then obviously the more you play with them, you are going to come up with your own designs of these. Look at that. How fun is that? Think of those scenes you could put there. That's so pretty. Sue did that one. Really, really lovely one. And something different as well. Then I've got, oh, there you go. I've got one here by Pam. There's Pam's watching. How pretty is that? That is absolutely stunning. They stand out so much, don't they? All those florals you've got at home, you can use this, like your scene building elements, you can bring into that as well. And then I've got another one here. Let me see if there's a name on this. Barbara's done this one now. When I've been telling you of different ways to put these together, you ready? Look at that. Let me just. How stunning is that? Look at all those florals, how they just build up. You've got all of those paneling details. You can really add in as much or as little as you want with these. I think you can leave them completely as they are and it still looks like an absolutely stunning card. Or go in like this and think of all those florals that you have that you can build up with these, because these are just good. They come together so incredibly easy. Look, I've got another one there, kind of similar design going onto the side. There's so many different ways you can use them, isn't there? And I feel like there is not a collection that you would not be able to use these with. You know, you've seen from bringing your scene building elements into it, your florals, Christmas as well. There's so many different ways you can build. That's so pretty. Was there a name on that one? There's not a name on this one. Design team, what are you doing to me? We need to know your names so we can say how amazing your makes are. Right, let's jump over to the board so you can see exactly what these come like. So to start off with, this is your panel that you will use on the back. So when I showed you, some of them have that back paneling, so you can see there, and some of them didn't. I obviously can't grab one now that doesn't have it on, but you've got the, oh, there you go. So like this one is just built up with the flowers, whereas this one has that panel on the back. So you've got the panel here, so that's going to be a back panel, and then the intricate bit is the mat then that'll sit on top, and you've got all of this lovely floral detail, and then you've also got your mat layers for this top panel as well. So you could cut those into the panel and give yourself an aperture design, or you could mat and layer those up and have them as layers onto the project, or maybe you're going to pop your sentiments onto there. Now you've got two different sizes in your front panels, which is this element here. So you've got your larger ones and your smaller ones. So if you're doing it exactly how obviously it's been designed to be used, your bigger panel is going to go at the back, and then the smaller panel will go at the front. So you're going to have 4 of each one, and then they just slot into each other. So you can see that you've got cuts here. So you've got little gaps there and little gaps there. They just slot into each other. That is it. All you're going to do is glue the tabs to each other, and then they just slot in. So it's really, really easy to make. Now you've got mat and layers, so you could have plain mat and layers. You can bring mats. You've got mats for the intricate bits as well. So you can really build these up, which is why I said I think they just look so pretty just on their own. And it's like a different shape as well, like this bit, just it looks really interesting, even though those are the plain mat and layers, but it stands out so much, doesn't it? Because it's something unique, it's something different. I mean, it just catches your eye. That is so pretty. And I mean, it's so lovely to get a bunch of flowers like that that's you're not gonna have to throw away next week. They're gonna last. You can keep them. And because they're card as well, you could spray them. You could spray them with like room spray or like perfume and things, couldn't you? So you could just like refresh them. So lots of different ways that you can use the card shape. So you can see that. Oh, Bunny's just told me we are now almost at 20% of this is gone as well. But you can see that our new slot and stand card shape, which is item number 251122. So you can see that it's such a lovely, I think it's just so, it's something different, but I think it's so usable all year round as well, which makes it really a really handy one to have in your collection. Right, I'm just going to grab some of my bits. Right, now for this one, because I want to, I've got demos where we're going to add lots of flowers and we're going to go in and we're going to decorate it, but I wanted to do one, so this one we are going to just add the mats and layers, and so we can just concentrate on showing you how it actually comes together, and then the next ones will go in and be all decorative. But for this one we are going to concentrate on just putting the actual card together. Okay, so I've used can you remember, and bear with, it's not, it is the it's Wild Haven. So them, the Wild Haven Perfect Papers I'm using, and they go with our 2 o'clock show. So if you want to know what we're using there, you come back at the 2 o'clock show. But the Perfect Papers is what I'm using from there for this, okay? And then I've got some of our smooth cardstock as well, cut out for the mats. And then we've got the same colourway as well, look, in the intricate detail. Look how much that stands out. I really think as well, do you know when you see the samples, different colours, it really does change the look of them completely. Right, now for speed, I am going to just use red liner tape for these. If I was doing these at home, I would always use a wet glue, okay, because it is something that's going to move. So you do want to use a wet glue and make sure you've got a strong support there, so nothing is going to move. But just for speed, we are going to use a wet glue, okay? So you're going to cut out your panels to start off with. So these are the bigger ones. Now you can see you've got your slots there that the smaller ones are going to go into. And then you've got a score line that goes down the centre. So I've just folded that. The score lines are in the die, okay? So you don't need to go looking for a scoreboard or anything. They're built in. And then you've got a score there where that tab is. So I'm just going to put a little bit of red liner tape along that tab. So I'll just put that on there. And then do the same with the other one. So I'll just put that there before I fold it, because I've got that out. Right, so we're going to fold it along that score line again, and then along the second score line along that tab. And then I'm just going to pull red liner tape. Like I said, if I was doing this at home, use a wet glue. I'm just doing this just for speed, okay? So then all you're going to do is line them up like that, and then grab the other one, and then line that up like that. So you've got a little square. So you've already started making your card. So that's going to be the back. So now what we're going to do is do the exact same thing again now with the smaller panel. So let's just put this tape on first, and then we can just glue it together as we fold. So a little bit of tape on each tab, and then you're just going to pick these up again, fold along that tab. Let's pull this off, and then just line. I like to just line that corner bit up, and then you can just pop that down on, and then fold again against that tab. Remember, the score lines are in the die for you, okay, so you don't need to go looking for anything. And then just line that corner piece up, and then so you've got essentially two little boxes, okay? And then all you're going to do from there is this one is going to go on there, and then they will just no, hang on. There. There. Now, if you wanted it, like I said, you don't have to put the back panels in. That's it. You've made that card. That's as easy as that. And then this is obviously going to be your front. So then that will just fold flat, and you can post that out, and it'll fold like that. Obviously, it'll pop back up. But we're going to add in those back pieces for this one. Okay, so let's grab them. And put them there. Right, what I'll do is I'll put that. Right, let me just put that there a minute. Right, let's add, we'll add the panels on. So we've got, and then we can just stick these back pieces down and they're done then. So I'm just going to add a bit of tape to there. So I've done the back panel in the same Perfect Papers, and then I've just got a little bit of white cardstock that's going on top. Let me move this so I'm not stretching over, so I'm not blocking you. Right, so this is going to go on our next panel. So you've got your mats to go for the back, then you've got another layer that will go on then like this. We've got the back in the Perfect Papers, then you've got this layer, and then in the white, and then I'm going to go in with the flower detail look in that Perfect Paper, and you can see how pretty this is. And one thing I like about this, the way it's been designed, you could have the flower detail on top, or you could have it on the bottom, depending on how you want your panels to be. I'm going to put, because we're not going to decorate so much this one, so I'm going to put it so that the florals are on top. So just add some glue along here, and then we'll pop this on there like that, which I also think it'll be a thin DL, but I think you could use that as a DL card. Do you know, you could make, yeah, if you put like a little score line there, oh, that would be a nice idea. Bunny just said play settings. So you'd have the card stand up like that, and then you've got your mats and layers that you could put there if you wanted to, or if you were doing them as name settings, you could just cut the mat. That's not going to stand up now with that. So you could have that there like that, and then like if you've got really nice writing, you could write whoever's name, and then that could just go there like that then. I think that would be a cute, oh, they would look nice as, yeah, Christmas name settings. Do you know what I'm just, like, that would be a nice bookmark. Wouldn't it? Be a nice bookmark for somebody, make it into a gift. Right, now let's do the other side. So we've got the Perfect Paper. We'll add a little bit of foam tape to raise this one up. So let's pull this down. And then we'll add in that panel. And then this is going to sit on the back. So we're just making that back panel now bigger. But because you can just slot them in, you can see how easy, like if you wanted to, you could cut another one of these smaller ones and put another one at the back. So you could like decorate from the front and the back. So you've got lots of different options. I don't feel like it's not a one-trick pony, that you're going to be able to use this in lots of different ways. And like I said, I think because the nice generic style of the flowers, for me, I think you could use it all year round as well. So you could even use these to make your Christmas cards, which would be amazing to have Christmas cards like this. I think they would really stand out, wouldn't they? Right, so we've got that. Now these are just going to slot in there like that on the back, okay? So I'm just going to put that there, and I'm just going to hold my finger where that top bit goes. So I'm just going to add glue on the bottom, and then I'm just going to put that there like that, and then do the same with the other one. Put that in, just measure with my fingers. And then that is going to go there. So now that is the back of our card. So you've got those layers there like that now. So you can see how easy that comes together. So if I just, I'll hold itself down a bit more now. There, so we've got the back. Yeah. Yeah, Bunny's just said that it looks as if it takes more work to make than it actually does. It is always lovely. And that's what you want though, isn't it? You want to give somebody something that, and they think, "Oh, you've taken ages to make that, or how have you even made that?" When actually we know that it was actually quite easy to make, which is always a good thing. Right, so now we're going to go in and add some of these smaller panel layers in now, and this really does bring the card together. So I've done exactly the same matte layers that I've done on the back one. So we've got our, oh, I've got two there. So you've got the back panel in white, and then you've got the intricate panel with the floral in the same Perfect Papers. Now I am going to say, because this is one thing that I really love about Carnation, they don't get to do it every time, but when they can do it, it makes such a difference. Because surprisingly, this is really going to shock Bunny, but I am not a patient crafter. She had no idea. She would never have guessed at all. I am not a patient crafter. Oh, so like, and I think we all are though. We don't want to be sat there for ages die cutting. You know, we want to get on with the crafting bit and the fun bit and the making. So on these, you have got the dies for all of the layers. So you can essentially cut this panel out and the 4 mats and layers to go on there in one pass of the machine. Obviously, if you've got an A4 die cutting machine, but you can do one panel and the mats and layers in one pass, which makes life so much easier that you can just run it through and you've got all of those panels there ready to go. So you're not having to, you know, go back in with you haven't got one of these and you've got to go back in every single time. It makes life a lot easier. So we're going to add this one on next. So this is going to sit there. But do message in if you've got any questions about the card shape, or if there's anything you want to know, or anything at all. Right, this one is going to go on there like that. So you can see how quickly this builds and it just comes to life. Oh, when you don't move them. And then one more, where's that one? Here. So let's add this one in. Oh, Pearl has messaged in saying good morning to me and Bunny. Good morning, Pearl, and saying how useful the die set is with many possibilities. Oh, and she's also asked if there's vignettes for this, but there is not vignettes for this because it is a card shape. So there won't be vignettes. This is one for the Perfect Papers. Right, now if I lift that up, do you want to go that way? So you can see now already how pretty does that look. Really, really, it makes me think of like a wedding card like that. It's really pretty, isn't it? So now we're going to do the exact same thing now on the front. So you've got those smaller panels next that will sit on here, and then your smaller intricate floral bits, and they are really, really intricate. You can see, look, really pretty. You could use these, you know, you could use these on their own. Don't know if you had like, bear with, if you had like a, oh, I haven't got one, but imagine now you've got like a little 6x6 card. You could just use these like almost like a little window, just on a card on its own. If you just grab, yeah, like you could have, or even like a door, and then you could have like one of the little mice there. Oh, you could do the same with the bigger one. So that, like the bigger one could be a door. And just have them on your cards as well. So you could use them just as little panels like that on your card. I really like that idea. Using them like that. Right, let me move them. Let's get on with the actual card, Laura. Right, let's stick these on. Right, so exactly the same layers now that we did in the back. So everything coordinates. And then we can put these on there then. So that on there. But I think if you do make and sell, this is going to be such a lovely one to get, because it does look, like we said just now, it does really look like they have taken you such a long time to make these, because they look so intricate and so detailed, and something really different as well when they're stood up, and you can decorate them with flowers. Oh, do you know what you could do? You could even use like artificial flowers and put them inside them, or you could pop like a gift inside. Obviously, depending on what the gift is, you might not be able to close it, but it could be like a little, yeah, a gift card. You could have like a little gift card popping out of the front bit, and then you could decorate the back of it then, couldn't you? So really lovely. Oh, I've got the wrong mat there. So I got one there to go on. And then I have got some to the side, but we'll stick these on. Last one. Oh, I got a little bit. There you go. So a little bit of glue on there. And then this one will just sit on there like that. And then you've got, so you've got all of your panels then on the front. I have got some to go on the side as well. Obviously, depending, I would say, what you're going to do with it is how many panels you want to put in. So I've got some like to go on the side, because obviously when that stands up then, you'll see there. And I've got ones to go over there. But if I just pop that up, that could even be like a baby card. Like a new baby card or something. Oh, can you imagine if you had like invitations, and maybe you had like the invite sticking out of one of the layers. You could have like the little envelope with like the invitation details in, sticking out from there, and then you've got like all your florals and stuff on the back. But you can see how easy, and even if like you change your mind, you can take these apart. So even if, obviously when you're building them for ease as well, so you could build up one layer, and then you could go in and add in another one if you wanted to as well. So you could go in and just pop these back into place. But if you want to build these up, you can take them apart as well to rebuild them. So like pop that back on, and then you can see how that comes. Yeah, so if you change your mind, or if you want to add more panels in, don't feel like once you've put those down and then you're adding in your mason layers, say you think, oh, do you know what, I haven't put that much here, and you can see these panels, so I want to add the layers on, you can still just pop them out to make life easier. But don't forget that will fall flat as well. And then I've got a little, should we put a sentiment on, or should we move on to the next one? Right, let's add a sentiment on. Now, what I have found with these is, now this bit you do need to, I would say you do need to wait for it to dry, because what I did with this was, because I want this to go at the front, because obviously you've got that movability on the front of it, so you want the card to actually stay completely still, okay? You don't want anything to move when you are moving that card. So when we put this in, so I've got my die cut shape here, and then I've got my mat, and then what I will, oh, where's my pencil? There. Oh. Right, so let's go up here for a minute. So what I do, well, what I've done, if you want this at the front, okay? Because obviously this bit is going to come out in the center. So you can either put pin flare on either side, which is what I'm going to do now, and then leave it to dry. because obviously if you start moving this, you're going to risk it kind of falling off. But when that dries, you see now how that'll stay at the front. But if I just lift it up, can you see the pinflow is just on the one side? So don't put it right in the middle, because then when you open it up, it's going to almost restrict your card from moving. But if you pop it on the side and obviously leave it to dry, then that will just stay there like that on the front of your card then. So you can have it there like that. Okay, right, let me just pop this over there. But you can see, so we've used, apart from Perfect Papers, everything that we've used there is included in your card shape. So that slot and stand card shape, everything is in there. Your mats and layers, your score lines, all those intricate floral designs, everything is in there for you. So you don't need to worry about getting a scoreboard, finding a new scoreboard, anything at all. Everything's there for you. But don't forget that the price on this will go up at midnight tonight, and we are almost at 20% of the stock of this has gone already. All right, I'm just going to grab there. Right, let me stick this tape on, and then we'll put this together. So I'll do this one a bit more quickly so we can decorate. But obviously you've seen now how easy it is to actually pop the card shape together all on its own. So I'm just going to add tape to the two different size ones, and then we can just carry on. Like I said though, if I was doing this at home, use a wet glue so you get that really nice strong bond with your cardstock. Okay, I'm just using red liner tape just for speed. Right, so we'll do these bigger ones first. So I'll just pop these off. So like I said, just pop one side off, and then the way I find easiest, you've got your score line, just match that corner up to the corner on the score line, and then that will just close like that. Same thing then on the other side. So just fold that, match those two lines up, and then you've got that. As easy as that. Same thing again, pull that off, and then that is just going to sit on there like that. Oh. And then do it again. And the nice thing about doing it with the wet glue is you don't need to worry about if you don't line it up perfectly. You've got that bit of wiggle room as well, so you don't have to worry so much when you're sticking the panels together. Right, so we've got our two boxes. Just put them in there, and as quick and easy as that, you've got your card shape ready to go. I think you could turn that into quite a lot of different things. I think if you think about different collections that you've got, I think you'd be able to mix that up with quite a lot of things. Oh, Bunny's just told me we are now almost at 30% of the stock of this is gone. Yeah, I think when you see how easy, because it does, to be fair, when I first seen it, I said to Bunny, I was like, oh, this is going to take me a long time. This is going to take me a long time to make these. But then actually, when I cut them out, it is one of those that looks really impressive and complicated, but actually comes together really quick and easy, which is really, really nice. So we're going to put the back panels on here. So I'm just adding a bit of tape in between my layer. So my back one is white to match the card base, and then I've got this purpley colour that's going to go on next. Should we do it that one? Yeah, we'll do it that way, because I feel like we did the other one on the top, and I do think it's a really nice one because you can mix this one up, so you could do it in different directions as well. So that's going to go on there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to pop that in there like that, just put my finger where the end is, and then that is just going to sit there like that. See, oh. So we've got panel 1, and then let's grab the next one. So we'll do the same thing again. Let's grab some tape. And then we'll put this one down. Just add this in, so paper again, going in there, and then your lovely floral panel then coming in next. I do think this is such a lovely one though. You'll definitely use it away from the collection. You use it on cards. Yeah, and I think if you use like dark colours as well, it's really going to pop. Right, then that is going to sit in there like that. So I'll put glue on the bottom half. Oh, I can see one of my panels has come off. Right, and then that is going to just sit in like that then. So you've got your 2 back panels on the back, and then let's put this back in so I know where I am, because otherwise I will not remember what panel we're matte and layering and which one we're not. But it's nice that you can pull it off though, do you know, if you want to go back in, or if you think, oh, do you know what, I want to add something else. This is not sticking. If you want to add something else in, it's nice that you've got the option of going in, because I've done it before where you build something, especially something 3D, and you kind of get carried away with yourself because you're like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing now, and you start gluing everything, and then you realise, oh, actually, if I'd have not glued that bit and waited, it would have been so much easier. But we need patience for that. Right, let's add, actually, do you know what I'm going to do? Just for speed, I'm going to just dab this on my hand, and then we can just add these mass layers in quite quickly then. So we got that one, and then so this is going to be the front, so let's add that there, and then let's just grab these here. I think this one now, like the one we did just now, was like a cream and white, and it instantly made me think of like a wedding card or a baby card, and no, this looks so different. And the only thing that's different is that I've brought purple into it, like a light purple, but you can see how just changing the colour really does change the look of it completely. Oh, I've dropped glue on my matte layer. How have I even managed that? And next one. So add that in. I don't even know how I've done that. I don't know. I have no idea. I need another there. Right, just put some glue on here. Oh, it's the wrong. Oh, I feel like it's going to be one of those days today. Right. Right, let's add that in there. Right, so you've got your front. So if I lift that up now, so you've got your front mat layers all done. So you've got them in there. And then let's do the middle ones quick, and then we can come in with some flowers. So I'm just going to do put some glue on my hand again. I'll add 2 on the end. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll add 2 on the outside, and then we'll put some flowers there to hide the panels that we don't decorate. So I'll put one there, and then I need one for the other side. So let's put this one on there, and then the flowers. So I've got some foliage and some flowers here that we're going to use to decorate, which are coming up on the 2 o'clock show with me and Bunny, and they are a brand new colorway for Floral Embrace. So if you've already got that collection, or maybe you haven't seen that collection before, that is going to be a really nice one to make sure you watch. So look at these. They're so pretty. So pretty. Oh, and Bunny's just told me if you don't have the collection, it's on a very good show price. Oh. Right, I'm going to just glue that. Like, look at that. I think that's so pretty. Really, really pretty. Right, let's build up. So I'm just going to go in and decorate these. Right, let me pull this down a bit so I'm not getting in your way. And then we'll build this up. So let's go in with some foliage in the back. Bring that in there. I'm going to need some glue on that. I need some, let me put one there and one there. There. It's not going to rock anywhere now. Oh, I say that, I'm going to stick this down and it's going to move somewhere straight away. Right, let's just build this up. So what I like to do is I'll go in with my flowers so you can kind of gauge where everything is going to sit, and then just go in and build it up from there. If you've got any like blank spaces that you don't want to see, or if you've got more colour maybe that you don't want there, then go in and just add in your foliage and build that up. So let's just, but think about all of those flowers that you might have at home already that you can bring into this. I mean, they just look absolutely stunning, just built in, and all you're doing is just changing kind of the base of where the flowers are going to be. Oh. There, stay, please. Right, now this front bit, I am going to use this panel, and what I'm going to do, I'll just do it there so I don't have to move that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. That is going to sit on there like that. And then I've got for you, which is going to go in the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add in some foliage in the front. So I'm just going to pop some in the back. What's nice about this as well is you can put them inside the layers, but then you can put them on the outside as well. So like you can put that there, so you can really add in lots of different layers onto these. Put that there. I'm going to tuck that one there like that. And then let's get this one. Oh, and go there. And then this front bit. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just give this a bit of shape. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to glue this panel part. There. Oh, Pearl has messaged in asking where the large flowers are from. They're from the Floral Embrace collection, which is what we've got coming up on the 2 o'clock show. So if you want to see that, you'll have to tune in on 2 o'clock. And Bunny has said, oh, it's on there already. Oh, so Bunny has just told me that it is on a very nice show price, and she's just said that the show price is actually already on the website. So if you want to check that out, then you can go and have a look at that already. Right, I'm going to attempt to pick this up. So you can see, and then you can just go in and add some more little bits in. Like I think now I've picked it up, I'd add in a bit more foliage there, but you can go in and just mix and match it. But can you see how easy they actually build up? And they just look so effective. They look so dimensional, and this is the thing that I love about it, is it looks so complicated when you see how it stands up. Obviously it'll fold flat. I'm not going to push that. But obviously it will fold completely flat as well, and I think that's what makes it something so different. Is it is something very easy to actually build up. It'll still fold flat, but it's actually really easy to use as well. Oh, right, I'm just gonna grab some of the design team cards. So we can see it, look, Pam did that one, really building up that bouquet there. It looks stunning. All of the flowers that you're going to see here are from Floral Embrace as well. So you can see how they come together. Oh, I got another one here by Pam. They look so different, don't they? And it's just the different colorways in the card base, because it's the same flowers, but just the different colours on top. Oh, I haven't got a name on this one. Look, building it up. This one hasn't got that back on. But look as well, how pretty does it look from the back? So you can really build these up. They just look so, you can imagine them as little centerpieces on tables, can you? Oh, look at this one. Whose is it? Barbara did this one. Look, just using one panel. Like a little pop-up box. How pretty is that? So just using the one, so don't think you have to go in and use them all as well. It does look like a little vase. And then we got another one here. This one's got, also this one is two of the back ones stuck together. So if I tip it that way so you can see. So you've got two of the bigger ones stuck together, and then the smaller one at the front. So that'll stand like that, and then bringing in all of those flowers on top of there. How pretty does that look? I don't know why, but you know, like that, with them straight instead of being an angled, with these straight ones, they kind of make me think of like tall buildings. Yeah, oh, Bunny agrees. She said it kind of looked like Art Deco-y. And then, oh, this is another completely different. This one's also, this is the same as like the scene one we've seen, I think. Look at that. I love how she's used the back panel along the front as well. So it's almost like a border, like a wraparound on the front. How stunning. I can't believe that. And that'll still fold almost completely flat. I mean, that is a wow card, isn't it? If ever I seen one. There's nobody that'll have the same card if you give that one. And then look at this, same as this one. Look at that. They do. I've gone from small to like extra large. Look at that. Think of all those flowers you've got at home that you can build into these. Obviously, if you do like the look of these ones, then don't miss the 3 p.m. show, 2 p.m. show. But look at how stunning they look. Built up, they look so effective. But don't forget as well, it's so incredibly easy to put together. Nothing complicated about them at all. Obviously, the first one we did it together quite slowly, and that'll be there on catch up for you to watch and go back to time and time again. So that'll always be there for you, but really, really easy to make. Me and Bunny will be back at 12, so hopefully we will see you then.